Wade Stephen Wilson, known as the Deadpool Killer, convicted of 2019 brutal murders, the ones of two women, Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz of Cape Coral. His case drew national attention due to the shocking nature of the crimes and his unsettling demeanor during court proceedings. Born on May 20th, 1994, my mom's birthday, in Tallahassee, Florida, Wilson was adopted by Stephen and Candace. Described as troubled in his youth, he engaged in minor criminal activity and substance abuse. He also sustained multiple head injuries during his youth, which he later claimed contributed to his feelings of instability. Wade Wilson's legal troubles began in 2012, being burglary, grand theft, and firearms offenses. He served about 11 months in the Leon County Jail for a 2012 burglary spree. In 2015, he was tried for kidnapping and sexual assault, but a Leon County grand jury acquitted him for that. In 2017, he was imprisoned for stealing firearms, but released the following year in July. In 2019, Wilson was arrested twice for assaulting his girlfriend. The first time, there were no charges due to insufficient evidence, but the second time, a misdemeanor battery charge. He was released on bail, continuing a pattern of escalating violence. In October 7th, 2019, Wilson went on a killing spree in Cape Coral, murdering Kristine Melton, who was 35, and Diane Ruiz, who was 43. The killings occurred at different times of the day, prompting authorities to consider the possibility of a serial killer. Wilson then called his biological father, Stephen Testaseca, confessing to the murders. The father and his wife called the cops. Wade Wilson was arrested at their home. At the Lee County Sheriff's headquarters, he directly confessed to killing both women. His pending misdemeanor battery case was dropped in the light of the murders. Investigators also suspect Wilson may have been involved in other crimes, though no additional murders have been confirmed. However, it's possible that he killed more people. Judge Andrew Sweat of the Lee County Circuit Court ordered that Wilson remain in jail without bond. The Lee County Jail. Prosecutors Amira Fox and Samantha Sion got together publicly and vowed to take Wade Wilson down. Meanwhile, Wade got two public defenders, Jay Brizzle and Kathleen Smith. The prosecution at the Lee County Circuit Court presented a Florida state criminal probe. The grand jury went on to indict Wade Wilson on 2 counts of capital murder, third-degree grand theft, second-degree burglary, first-degree battery, and first-degree petite theft. Most felonies. The death penalty would be sought. Wade's defense submitted not guilty pleas to the court on his behalf. He was put on trial in June 2024 before a jury of 12 members plus one alternate. The defense filed a motion for mistrial citing procedural errors and potential juror misconduct, but the judge refused to delay everything, and the trial would go on. Ultimately, he was found guilty on all charges. Then, it was time for the sentencing phase, and in August that year, the jury recommended the death penalty. Judge Nicholas Thompson formally imposed 2 death sentences, plus additional prison terms. 5 years for grand theft, 15 years for burglary, 364 days each for the battery and petite theft. All additional sentences would be run concurrently to the death sentences, and the death sentences indeed were consecutive. Due to Judge Thompson refusing to toss any of the verdicts nor redo any phase of the trial, Wade Wilson has appealed to the higher courts, and that is pending. He is currently being held in death row at the Union Correctional Institution of Rayford, Florida. He has not behaved while locked up. In 2020, Wade Wilson and his cellmate, Joseph Katz, attempted to escape the Lee County Jail by tampering with a window and removing a metal stool. Wilson was identified as the primary planner. Both got put into solitary confinement for that. Then in 2023, Wade Wilson survived a drug overdose in jail, prompting an investigation that uncovered a drug trafficking conspiracy. 4 others were charged: Bonnie Wiggins, Lainey Acosta, Daniel Mulcahy, and Edmilson Martins. But the prosecutions of this county later dropped the charges against Acosta and Martins, while the other 2 are on pretrial release pending cases. In August 2024, after receiving the death penalty, Wilson pleaded no contest to smuggling drugs into jail, leading to a 12-year concurrent sentence. Charges for the 2020 escape attempt were dropped as part of the deal. His cellmate also reached a deal in an unrelated case, very similar. His escape offenses were dropped as well. That's it for Strawberry Ink. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and have a good rest of your day.